The addictive experience. 1. Creates predictable, reliable sensations. 2. Becomes a primary focus and absorbs attention. 3. Temporarily eradicates pain and other negative sensations. 4. Provides artificial sense of self-worth, power, control, security, intimacy, accomplishment. 5. Exacerbates the problems and feelings it is sought to remedy. 6. Worsens functioning, creates loss of relationships. How well these characteristics describe agency addiction, and our society is literally inundated with it. Everywhere we turn, agency addiction is reinforced in our lives and in our culture. Raj, at one of our programs, I just gone through the agency index with a group of senior executives from a multinational firm. At the break, the senior manager from Australia came up to me with a wry smile on his face. "I can't believe it," he exclaimed. "I am absolutely addicted. It's the whole culture of our business. We live from crisis to crisis. Nothing ever gets done until somebody says it's urgent." As he was speaking, the number two man in his operation came up beside him and nodded his head in agreement. They joked about their situation for a minute, but their joking had a serious undertone. Then the senior manager turned to me and said, "You know, when this man joined our company, he wasn't that why. But now he is too." His eyes opened wide with sudden realization. "You know what?" he asked. "I am not only an addict, I am a passer." It's important to realize that urgency itself is not the problem. The problem is that when urgency is a dominant factor in our lives, importance isn't. What we regard as first things are urgent things. We're so caught up in doing we don't even stop to ask if what we're doing really needs to be done. As a result, we exacerbate the gap between the compass and the clock. As Charles Hummel observes in his booklet, "Tyranny of the Urgent", the important task rarely must be done today or even this week. The urgent task calls for instant action. The momentary appeal of these tasks seems irresistible and important, and they draw our energy. But in the light of time's perspective, their deceptive prominence fades. With a sense of loss, we wrestle the vital task we pushed aside. We realize we've become slaves to the tyranny of the urgent. Many of the traditional time management tools actually fit the addiction. Daily planning and to-do lists essentially keep us focused on prioritization and doing the urgent. And the more urgency we have in our lives, the less importance we have. Importance. Many important things that contribute to our overall objectives and give richness and meaning to life don't tend to act upon us or press us because they are not urgent. They are the things that we must act upon in order to focus on the issues of urgency and importance more effectively. Let's look at the time management matrix below. As you can see, it categorizes our activities into four quadrants. We spend time in one of these four ways. Quadrant 1 represents things that are both urgent and important. Here's where we handle an irate client, meet a deadline, repair a broken down machine, undergo health surgery, or help a crying child who has been hurt. We need to spend time in quadrant 1. This is where we manage, where we produce, where we bring our experience and judgment to bear in responding to many needs and challenges. If we ignore it, we become buried alive. But we also need to realize that many important activities become urgent through procrastination or because we don't do enough prevention and planning.